This is a very special episode of SWD Panther TV, where we acknowledge domestic violence awareness for the month of October. The purpose of this episode is to educate and raise awareness regarding this global issue. We stand in support of those who have lost their lives, suffering in silence, and honor those who have survived. Domestic violence does not have age, race, or gender. Teens and adults fall victim to this silent epidemic. Please pay close attention.
Almost 1.5 million high school students in the United States experience domestic violence every year. Domestic violence can take many forms and isn't always easy to spot. It can be physical, it can be emotional.
Don't tell anybody.
It can be mental.
Bro, come on, Joy.
If you or someone you know needs help, call the Domestic Violence Hotline at 800-799-7233. Get help now.
Greetings, Panthers. This month is Domestic Violence Month. Today we will talk with our social worker here at our school to figure out what we can do about domestic violence. And today I'm here with
Ms. Deltrice Roberts, school social worker.
And my first question to you is, what warning signs should children look for in domestic violence?
Well, they should look for if they're with someone who's trying to manipulate and control them, someone who is guilt tripping, someone who is trying to put pressure on them to do things that they don't want to do.
What resources are available to children who are victims?
Okay, you have Project Safe Teen Text Hotline as well as Partnership Against Dating Violence.
As a teen, if you are afraid to break up with your partner due to domestic violence, what should you do?
Help. You should seek help from an adult, your parent. You can always get law enforcement involved or a trusted adult.
What can teens and young adults do to help raise awareness?
Well, they could continue just to talk about dating violence and domestic violence, so people are aware and recognize that it happens, and people can talk about their experiences.
What should you do if you ever become a victim of domestic violence?
You should definitely reach out and speak with your parent, a trusted adult, get law enforcement involved. You shouldn't suffer in silence alone.
That's it for the domestic violence interview. Hopefully you took some of the advice that was given.
Purple is the color used to bring awareness to domestic violence. It signifies peace, courage, survival, honor, and dedication to ending domestic violence. It's a symbol to recognize those who have fallen, those who are suffering in silence, and those who have survived. Purple ribbons are worn to symbolize our respect with people all over the world who have been victims and survivors of abuse. Did you also know that since 1991, Quick Trip has been a designated safe place for domestic violence victims? All QTs have a safe place sign outside. Many other community buildings, such as fire stations and libraries, are also designated as safe place sites. Did you know there is a hand signal you can make to show that you're in danger? The steps to doing this is to rest your thumb in your palm, then rest all of your fingers over your thumb and your palm. Make sure to put your hand in a place where you think a first responder will see it if there is any around. Didn't know any of this? Now you know.
Domestic violence doesn't have a face. It could be anybody.
It could be me.
It could be you.
It could be me.
It could be you.
It could be you.
It could be me.
It could have been me.
It could be me.
It could be me.
It could be you.
Domestic violence doesn't have a face. It could be you.
It could be me.
It could be you.
Hello, Panthers. This is Ms. Head. I'm coming to you to talk about such a crucial and important task and an important topic, domestic violence. I stand before you as a survivor of domestic violence. It is not something that you ever want to put somebody through because it's a lifelong thing. It doesn't stop once the person is removed. It continues. It affects you mentally, it affects you spiritually, and sometimes it can affect you physically. So if you are frustrated, if you are upset with some person that you say you love, then show that you love them and do something different other than putting your words on them and putting your hands on them, because it changes the life of the person.